No, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I mean, honestly, I've been sending 20, I've been sending 25 a month, and that's totally the best thing to do. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just go ahead. I mean, yeah, put that down. I'll do 25 a month. Bye bye. Well, how many times you dealt with that? Post transplant debt collectors. Hey folks, welcome to the Transplant Helper. Today, my name is Jim Merle. We've all dealt with those collectors at one point or another. Now, don't be embarrassed by that, admit it. Sometimes you get a phone call from someone, they want their money and they want it now. Now, you realize like I do, you've had a wonderful gift of life, one that cannot really have a value placed upon it. But at the end of the day, how do we deal with the debt collectors when they come calling? Today on the Transplant Helper, I'm going to be offering you 3 tips that you can use to help you out each and every time you get a bill in the mail, a phone call on the other end, what have you, how you can deal with that. Here's what the very first one is. Number 1, always ask for an itemized list of the debt itself. Don't ever be accused of just paying a bill and not really knowing what it is. I can't tell you the number of times, either with myself or someone I've dealt with face to face, when they've had a terrible experience with this because they get a bill, they pay it, and before you know it, when they go and backtrack things, they find out there were actually a number of charges that were applied to them as far as their debt goes that really shouldn't be applied. Whether that's human error, someone just being downright mean, I doubt that really, but sometimes things are just keyed in wrong on a computer, coded wrong, and because of that, you and I sometimes can feel the brunt, the pain from that. So always ask for that itemized bill and be sure those charges do apply to you. Number 2, always look on those bills as well as ask those people on the other end of the line if the insurance company has paid. If so, are they basically done paying? Because again, this is one of those common mistakes that I'm guilty of. Many are the same, and that is they get the bill in, they see the debt, they remember going to the doctor, to the hospital at that time. They know it's time to get started. They know the routine, so they write the check, mail it in without even a second look. When sometimes, if they'll really look at that, even the initial bill doesn't even have to be itemized, they'll notice there's no payment or no deductions or no adjustments that have been given already by the insurance company. So be sure that you either look for that as well as maybe ask that question, has the insurance company paid? And sometimes you can get to the bottom of things and find out, no, they haven't paid, either because they're slow, they're dragging their feet, they're trying to deny you, whatever. You can make that argument or appeal. And then sometimes it's just a simple matter of the fact they're going to pay in time. They just haven't gotten around to doing it. So always ask if the insurance company has paid. Number 3, and this is a really big one here, always ask for charity/financial services and or discounts. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times, especially we as transplant patients, because many of our medical bills are enormous. They're huge. They're, as I say sometimes in country talk, they're unget-overable. No one can really handle that. You or I may qualify for a charity/financial service program that we're not even aware of. Now, you might think about that and say, well, that's for low-income people, people who live below the poverty level, that sort of thing. Yeah, it is to an extent, but then sometimes based upon the size of your household, based upon your monthly bills and responsibilities, which do include your medical debt, sometimes those things adjust themselves out where you might think you're above a certain threshold and you're actually not. As a side note to that, be sure that when you apply for those programs that you're completely honest, completely open with them, and give them a fully disclosed budget. Let them know what your needs are, what your responsibilities are, what your priorities are, as well as be aware that sometimes they're going to count some of your assets into that on top of your income. So if you got a lot of vehicles or a nicer house or some money tucked away in a retirement plan, whatever, they may call that to question. Just be prepared for that and be sure that you can let them know the facts and let them make their decision. So that's a big one there. And I also add to that, if you cannot receive the financial assistance or what have you, the charity, ask for the discount. That's a huge thing you need to be doing. asking for discounts, especially when it comes to the actual debt collectors that may call. They may be very willing to work out a payment plan, as well as sometimes just give you a complete discount on the bill if you're willing to pay cash or maybe pay it in full. But always be sure, if you're going to do that, that you ask for proof of that and make sure that it's well documented and that you get in writing what they're agreeing and or you're agreeing to do. For example, I've had a debt collector in the past that once they called a few times, I told them what I could do, what I couldn't do. I finally just said, look, what kind of discount can I get? And they said, Mr. Merle, if you'll pay it in full as of today, we'll give you 50% off the bill, which was huge. It was several $1,000 discount. But what I was careful to do is say, okay, if I'm willing to do that, I need writing. I need in writing a specific document that says this debt will now be paid in full and will not be held against me any longer. So be sure you get proof for that. So let's review right quick. Number one, ask for itemized detail of the bill or debt. Number two, ask to see that insurance company has paid all that it's going to pay or at all. And then number three, don't be afraid to ask for charity/financial services, and especially ask for those discounts. And when we add to that as we're closing here, don't panic. I've had a program on this before, and one of my main points is don't panic, okay? So just calm down. I have to tell myself that a lot. Calm down, relax. This will all work itself out. I hope this has helped you out in some way. If it has, how about go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a like on this video. Share it out with your friends or family members, whoever might benefit from this, whoever might benefit from any of the programs I have. Always encourage you to share those things out, as well as go ahead and hit the subscribe button beneath the video so that you can continue to get the content that I produce each week, hopefully, that will help you to advocate, educate, and be motivated as a transplant patient. Until next time, stay stronger, friends.